I'm at Scribble Stone Inspire in Halifax, who specialise in public realm and bespoke commissions. They work with renowned artists to create installations, exhibitions, interiors and much more. Scribble fuses traditional stonemasonry skills and expert carving with modern design technology and innovative engineering to create timeless works. And today I'm meeting Alyssia Murphy, the company's operations manager, to discuss one of Scribble's landmark projects and how she feels about being a woman in the industry. Could you introduce yourself and please tell us a little bit more about what you do here?
Yep, I'm Alyssia and I'm the operations manager at Scribble Stone Inspire. So Scribble Stone was established in 2012. There's currently 8 of us that work here. We specialise in commissions for local public realms as well as nationwide public realms. We work with a lot of architects, artists, local authorities, building companies, anyone really. We get approached by a number of people to carry out a variety of different commissions.
So it truly is a variety of projects then?
Absolutely.
If it's okay with you, let's go and have a little look at what you guys do here.
Yes, absolutely.
I've heard about your project, which was the Andrew Wiles building at Oxford University, which looks amazing.
Yes.
Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
So we became involved in that. We were approached by Hardscape, who were running the scheme, to help make their vision become a reality.
Well, it certainly has, because it looks amazing.
Yes.
I've got a few more questions on that, and I wanted to ask, what materials were chosen and why were they chosen for that particular project?
The materials were provided by Hardscape, so it was the royal white granite and the cobra grey granite, and we inlaid stainless steel strips into their granite paving, which was then laid at the building.
The building's design and Penrose paving by Raphael Vignoli Architects is architecturally sympathetic to the Oxford skyline and was named after one of Oxford's most celebrated mathematicians, Professor Sir Andrew Wiles. The building reflects further mathematical influences in its architecture, and as you enter, you are confronted with a concourse entrance pattern of beauty, intrigue, and complexity. Designed by Sir Roger Penrose, Emeritus Rouse Ball Professor of Mathematics, and expanding on his discovery of almost 30 years ago, the Penrose paving concept is constructed from just 2 different diamond-shaped granite tiles, each adorned identically with stainless steel circular arcs. I mean, obviously that was a really complicated mathematical and sort of non-repeating pattern.
Yeah.
So how was that project approached?
So we used the CNC and the water jet. So it was 2 different granites. We cut the 2 shapes on the CNC machine, and then the stainless steel inlay was cut on the water jet. Stainless steel was then inlaid into the granite, and the complexity comes really on site. So it was the install that makes it look as complex as it does.
Yeah.
Really. The actual cutting of the work wasn't that difficult. It's all in the design.
However, it must have been quite a lot of hours spent, doing the CNC
Absolutely.
and water jets. So do you have a rough idea of how long that might have taken?
Probably nearly a year, I would think. It was a long time in design, then the making of, importing the materials, which obviously Hardscape did. So Hardscape imported the materials, delivered them here, and we did all the cutting. So it took a lot of effort from us as a team, to be honest. So there was a lot of long hours worked. So I think for the tasks that came out of it and the complexity, it was more than man hours that went into doing the project.
Do you think everyone's really proud of the end result?
Absolutely, yeah. It showcases exactly how well they can work as a team, and the hours that they put in and the dedication to complete it to such a high quality.
Yeah.
It really does show.
So obviously with the project now being more than 10 years old, how do you think it's held up and what kind of lessons have you learned from that?
I think it's held up brilliantly. Obviously, granite and stainless steel are both well known for being sustainable and durable, but I think a lot of it comes down to the maintenance as well. So the local authority, obviously they have their own cleaning regimes, and I think that's testament to them because it looks as good as the day it was laid. So I think that comes a lot down to maintenance, and it looks brilliant.
And obviously, since then, there's been a lot more advancements in engineered stone. So if somebody came to you with a similar project but wanted to use engineered stone, how would you sort of follow that up with the kind of learnings that you've got from that Oxford project?
Exactly the same, to be fair. I think it went really well. We didn't have that many challenges on that scheme. So I think we just use the same processes. We've got the CNC machine, we've got the water jet, and they can both be used to cut anything, especially things like porcelain. We could do on any material.
Is this the most complex and intricate project that Scribble have been involved with that you know about?
It's actually not, no, because the actual cutting of the stone itself was quite simple. It was just 2 different stones and 3 different patterns on the stainless steel. So it wasn't actually that difficult to cut on the CNC and the water jet. It was the design on site. So it was the install that was the complicated bit. So hats off to Vetters because they did an amazing job. And I think the design, obviously, the complex design, it speaks for itself and it looks brilliant. But the actual cutting of the material wasn't that difficult, no.
Installed by Vetter UK, a subsidiary of Lang O'Rourke, Hardscape supplied Royal White and Cobra Grey Artscape granite paving with polished 30mm stainless steel inserts. Other paved areas designed by Townsend landscape architects use European Amarella Real and Rory's granite sets, curbs and edgings with West Pennine sandstone paving, cladding and copings. Anthony Collins, sales director of Hardscape, said of the relationship with Scribble Stone, Hardscape supplied the hard landscape into the project and were pleased to partner with Scribble Stone on production of the Penrose paving. The attention to design detail and tolerance requirements ensured that when the products reached site, the intricate pattern fit perfectly and delivered a first-class project which continues to be celebrated a decade after its completion. So obviously, you know, as you said, it wasn't the most complex project that you've tackled here at Scribbles. What was?
The Marx alphabet. That was a really difficult project to work on. It took a lot of man hours again, but the design was so intricate, and I think the work on the water jet and the CNC, the programming and the dedication that went into to provide such high quality, that was definitely the most complex project.
And with the Oxford project happening before your arrival at Scribble, what projects have you worked on since you came here that you're particularly proud of or that you particularly enjoyed?
It would have to be the Picasso designs that we did for the Surface Design Show. I think they stand out and they are a real crowd pleaser. They draw everyone's attention. It was so interesting watching it go from a design and then being brought to life and all put together and then obviously showcased at the Surface Design Show. That was brilliant to see.
And I guess the impact of it was pretty amazing.
Absolutely. It drew everyone in. I think the attention to detail, and I think that's what impressed people the most, to see how versatile the porcelain is, to showcase exactly what you can do, how it can be used. I think it really drew people's attention and yeah, it was amazing.
We've got International Women's Day coming up. Stone has been a particularly male-dominated industry. And, you know, how have you found it and how has being at Scribble helped you?
So coming to Scribble Stone was a big step up for me as I joined as the operations manager. So it was a big promotion, if you like. I think since being here, I've never been treated any differently. So we're all treated the same. I've never been made to feel like a woman in stone. They just make me feel part of the team. They're brilliant if we've got any problems or any issues that need solving. We all work as a team and nobody's ever singled out. We come together as a team. And I think more than anything, they push me out of my comfort zone. So they push me into doing things that I would usually maybe be a little bit uncomfortable with. And I think for me, that's a big confidence thing and it helps improve my confidence and it enables me to go out and meet new people. For instance, the Women in Natural Stone. It was my boss that pushed me to go and join that. And I've met so many different women within the industry, all inspirational, met plenty new contacts, and it's been brilliant. So they have really helped, for me personally, really helped push my confidence.
Yeah, that's really positive to hear. And I'm really glad that, because I've found that myself actually going out in the industry and being part of Women in Natural Stone. So I'm really happy to hear that you've had that experience.
Definitely.
Lastly, can you tell us about any projects that Scribble are currently involved in that you're able to talk about?
We're currently working with Tectonics for a scheme in Northampton called Fish Street. So we were approached by Tectonics to design some fish basically to be inlaid in granite paving to go up and down the street. So our team designed the fish and we've created them in different materials. So we've used York stone, granite and brass. We did the design and they're due to be fitted next month.
That's exciting. Do you think you'll get to go along and have a little look?
I hope so, yes.